Hey neighbors, welcome back to Hometown View. Here's something that most of us were never told growing up. Some of the most beloved Christmas songs weren't written for Christmas after all, and one of them only exists because something went terribly wrong. Every December, Christmas music becomes the soundtrack of our lives. At least it does for me. I actually get started back in November after Thanksgiving, but that's beside the point. It plays while we decorate the tree, wrap Christmas gifts at the table, drive through small towns lit up for the season, and even walk through stores just trying to grab that one last thing. And because we hear these songs every year, it's like it's on repeat over and over again, they actually start to feel timeless, like they've always existed exactly the way they are. But here's the thing, most Christmas songs really didn't come from tradition. They actually came from moments. Some of those moments were built in chaos. Some of them were moments of improvisation. And some of those moments were when someone didn't know if what they were creating would actually last at all. And they were truly just for that one time period. So today, I want to slow things down a little bit and tell you the real story behind 4 Christmas songs that you probably already know by heart. Stories that make them feel a little more human once you hear them. We're going to kick things off today with our first one, Jingle Bells. When we hear Jingle Bells, we picture innocence. Kids singing, school programs, sleigh rides through the fresh snow. But the song's origins are a lot louder than that. I want you to picture it. It's the mid-1800s. Sleigh racing was a real winter pastime. Young men would race horse-drawn sleighs through icy streets, cutting corners, flipping over, laughing and showing off. It wasn't graceful at all. It was actually a little reckless fun. James Pierpont wrote Jingle Bells, not for Christmas. He actually wrote it for a Thanksgiving celebration, and he was trying to capture that exact energy of those kids out there racing their sleighs. The lyrics describe spills, speed, noise, not the calm family gatherings that we're used to. And here's what's interesting. The song wasn't actually meant to last. It was only written for one season, but people loved the melody so much, they kept singing it over and over again, and eventually it drifted into December and attached itself to Christmas without anyone officially deciding that it should. So now, every year we sing a song born from winter chaos, and we actually call it tradition. Who would have thought? Number 2. Silent Night. Now, let's shift from noise to stillness. Silent Night feels sacred. It's like it's always existed, but it was born from panic. Christmas Eve, 1818, a small Austrian village. The church organ, which was the heart of the Christmas service, it completely failed. Some say mice chewed through the bellows. Others say that humidity destroyed it. Either way, the priest, Joseph Moore, was facing a Christmas Eve service with no music. Talk about a disaster. But instead of canceling, what did he do? He improvised. He took a poem that he had written years earlier and he rushed it to a local school teacher and musician, Franz Gruber, and he asked him to create music immediately. Not for an organ, but for a guitar. And get this, at that time, a guitar was considered far too informal for church music. But they did what they had to do. And that night, they stood together, they sang Silent Night quietly for the first time. No orchestra, no choir, just voices and a guitar. And somehow that fragile moment traveled across borders, across languages, and across centuries, becoming one of the most peaceful songs that the world has ever known. But that brings us to our third one today, Carol of the Bells. I think this one probably will surprise just about everyone. Carol of the Bells didn't begin as a Christmas song. It actually began as a Ukrainian New Year's chant. And I'm not even going to begin to pronounce the original name of it. It's on the screen. You can read it right there. The original lyrics told the story of a swallow flying into a home to announce good fortune for the coming year. It was about prosperity, hope, and fresh beginnings, which were especially important in those agricultural communities at that time. But that repeating melody wasn't meant to sound frantic. It was actually meant to sound persistent, like hope was knocking on the door again and again. And when English lyrics were added in the early 1900s, the song was reshaped into a Christmas piece. The meaning changed, but the emotional urgency stayed. So when you hear that song now, you're actually hearing an echo of people wishing each other abundance during the hardest part of winter. Number 4, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. This cheerful tune carries one of the most misunderstood stories of all. In 16th century England, caroling wasn't a cute tradition performed by children. It was actually done by working class adults who expected something in return: food, drink, and warmth. And the line that goes, "We won't go until we get some," it wasn't playful, it was literal. Carolers would stand outside of wealthy homes until figgy pudding or ale was brought out to them. They literally would not leave until they got some. Now, talk about social pressure politely delivered through song. It reminds us that Christmas traditions weren't always gentle, they were communal, and sometimes, like this song, just a little uncomfortable. So the next time these songs play quietly in the background, I want you to remember this. They really weren't born out of tradition. They became tradition over time. And if you want a part 2 to this, leave a comment below and let me know, because there's some even stranger songs out there involving marketing departments, global fear, and personal grief and controversy right here around Christmas time. I hope that whatever you're doing this holiday season, that you're having a great time doing it. Until we talk to you next time, I hope y'all have a great day.